tuck it into the bottom right corner, and that's going to tie us at 13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Here is Lynch on 3rd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it. Lynch. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's the option going right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now it's Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Room here to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Here's Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. That's taken in by Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Up the middle they go. It's Hines.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They run again with Hines, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Hines. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Rodgers throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Rodgers. Throw left side complete to Chase. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Rams who are going to get the football first as we are back underway here in overtime. Taking it about the 1. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Only a yard yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Hurts going to keep it again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. This defense making a huge play with that interception on the second drive of overtime. So, Charles, there will be a third drive of overtime. And remember, again, a field goal wins it.
And right now, the kicker is thinking hero in his head. But when it actually happens, if it does happen, he's got to go back and congratulate the man who got the interception and set them up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This to win it in overtime. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and we will play on here in overtime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On second down, right back to Hines. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.